Hey guys, hope you're doing well. I'm Ryan. I've been hacking things my whole life. We are going to be making a rig, some 3D printed parts to do time-lapse photography of your 3D prints. That is showing a build of your 3D prints without the extruder head in the way. Whether or not you've seen this or not, it's pretty fascinating stuff. There's some of my favorite YouTubers are doing this. So normally what you do is you take a Raspberry Pi. This is a Raspberry Pi 2, and this is a Raspberry Pi 4. And you load Linux on it with a little tiny SD card, and you will run something that's called OctoPrint. Today we're going to be doing this without all that, just using some 3D printed parts made in Fusion 360. So let me show you how it's done now. So let me get to the point. We have three different objects that are printed. We have a top adapter that goes on top of the X extruder, which has a pin. We have another holder that holds your remote control on your right or your left. And we have a sacrificial object that our printer will go over to and print and click the button. So you don't need OctoPrint, whatever else. So the first thing that I did is downloaded the actual X gantry part from Prusa, which is in light purple here. It's a mesh, basically an STL that I downloaded, and I designed the actual remote holder based on my Sony SLR camera. I then built measured the servo, which is like 42 millimeters square by 40 deep. I measured that, and I created an adapter plate, which will end up holding the pin, which will click the actual remote. I wanted it to be able to position everything up and down in case you have a different remote size. So basically the top slider of the extruder where the pin is slides back and forth, and then the actual pin will slide back and forth so that when you're getting ready and doing the first couple layers, you can go ahead and move that pin. You can pause the print and move that pin where it needs to go in order to line up with that remote control, okay? If your remote control is different, you may need to expand this little box. And then the sacrificial part, that can be any part that you make. That's the part that it goes over to, and it's going to print basically a dummy part. I found that this shape that I created that has the little T at the very end, it has to have a base, works really well. Also, printing that little sacrificial thing in ABS is important. You can use PLA, but make sure you have a good base, and the first couple images are not going to be part of your time lapse. Anyways, that's it, guys. If you're interested, you can order this. This project took a total of about 1.5 to 2 days to design and figure it all out. I am going to do the Raspberry Pi OctoPrint in a future video where I'm going to connect it up so I can just learn about that. That's exciting. Whatever you do, make something that connects someone. Love you guys. Take care. Make something cool this upcoming spring and summer. I will talk to you later.